Hey everybody, welcome to episode number 122 of What's That Pepper series. Today I have a very unique variety to show you, and this is a cross of my own. And this is the cross between a sweet StarrScream chocolate and a chocolate Linzo. So I'll give you a little bit of a backstory to this. The StarrScream was created by crossing a white tie with the chocolate Linzo. And then when I grew those out, I got the red variety, and then I got the chocolate variety, and I kept growing it out, and I got the chocolate sweet variety, which is really interesting. They all look very similar, but I really like the sweet chocolate variety because it is super productive and it looks really nice too. So I decided to take uh, that variety and cross it back to the original parent, which is the Linzo. So the pollen came from the original Linzo onto the sweet StarrScream, and this is what came out of it. So it looks very similar to the Linzo in some ways. The stems are really long. The pods are nice and thick and a little wrinkly. And I think it grows downward. Yeah, it grows downward. So it's really cool. It looks very much like the original Linzo, really. So with the sweet StarrScream crossed with the chocolate, I'm not sure if it's gonna come out sweet or spicy. So let's go take a look at the plant and get some pods, and I'll show you what it looks like on the inside, and we'll try it. Okay, here is a look at the pepper plant. This is my sweet StarrScream chocolate crossed with a chocolate Linzo. And you may be wondering why I'm growing it in a bucket. And that is because I'm able to move these around. Texas weather is crazy in the summer. And last year I struggled a little bit with a lot of the plants. So I decided to put these in buckets, and when it gets too crazy hot I can relocate it so that it can grow nicely. So a really cool feature on this variety, or the Linzo in general, is that they have really long stems, which I really love, and I think that's a really cool characteristic. And most of the Linzo and any of the crosses with the Linzo contain the long stems. So because I grew this in a small container, and then it fruited, and I transplanted to this larger container, so it sort of remained small. So what I'm going to do is harvest all of these here, and I may pluck all of the pods or the younger peppers off and the flowers off, and allow it to focus on growth a little bit more before I let it fruit again. So anyway, here is what it looks like. Beautiful peppers. This one is way ripe right here, so it's nice and soft. So before we pick some fruits, let me show you the parent plant from last season so that you can see how productive it is. Okay, here is the mother plant, and I didn't pick all of the fruits because there were so many, and I left it outside. It froze and it dried up and everything, so it's still here. The seeds inside are still good. I can collect those for seeds, but I just wanted to show you guys what the actual plant looked like, the mother plant. And you see how it's pointing upward, and the father plant is pointing downward, so I guess it got the feature from the father plant. But yeah, see, those are the pods right there. Okay, so let's go ahead and pick a few. I'm gonna pick this one is going to be for seed, and this one might be too soft, that might be for seed also. And this one here, we might try this because this is nice and crunchy probably. Okay, so let's take it in and have a try. Okay, here is a closer look at the pods, and they start out green and slowly go to chocolate color like this, and eventually go to this color. And then if I wait too long, it's gonna turn into this a little more reddish and become very soft. So these are already soft. So And that's the tricky thing about these. If you pick them too late, they become too soft, and they're not good for fresh eating anymore. So I usually like them around this stage right here, nice and firm, and it still has a nice chocolate blushing right here. So it's when it's starting to ripen up. So you see the nice cool stems. I just love how it looks on the plant. The skin or the texture is a little wrinkly, as you can see here, and it has a little round corner. So there's no thorns or spikes to this one. So let's go ahead and cut this one open, and we'll also cut that one open, and I'll let you see. So these seeds should be good because they're nice and soft now. Now it has a lot of seeds. Okay. So let's go ahead and cut this one too. Yeah, I like that better. So I'll let you take a look here. So the nice fresh ones, it's very crunchy. So when I slice it, it opens right away. This one is a little bit too ripe, so the walls are thinner now. This is much better right here. Lots of seeds up and down. It's kind of greenish in the middle for this one. Has a little bit of chocolate on the side right there. Okay, let's give it a smell. Yeah, it smells very much like the original Linzo. Let's smell this one. This one has a much more pleasant smell. Smells like a fruit in a way, kind of tropical. Okay, so let's try it out. Okay, here they are. I'll give it another smell, but the green one smells much better. I really like the way this smells. It reminds me of a very nice tropical fruit, like a guava in a way. It has that tropical, very pleasant and mild smell to it. Definitely cannot detect a pepper in here. There's no way you can tell this is a pepper by smelling it. See the more mature one? A little bit of a similar smell, but it's very faint. Okay, so usually I like to eat the crunchy one, so let's give it a try. Has a nice tangy flavor. Heat. Wow. It is very interesting. So if it wasn't for the heat that kicks in a few seconds later, I promise that you think you're eating a fruit. It's nice and tangy and sweet. And then after that, you get this heat in there. And then you realize that it's a pepper. Wow, very interesting. Very similar to the ones that, the pepper that I just did recently. The Lingria with the, I forgot, I'll put the link down. But wow, let me try one more time. So the seed has a really tough texture, but doesn't have flavor. So yeah, same thing. Nice tangy flavor, burst of sweetness, and then the heat kicks in. Not crazy heat, but a very good amount of heat. Now my tongue is tingling, throat burn here. It's still building. Wow, interesting. You would never imagine that this pepper tastes like this. Normally, a Thai variety pepper or something similar to this shape, you have that chili, spicy taste to them. Like you know it's a chili when you eat them. But this one, if it wasn't for the heat, as I mentioned, you probably wouldn't think it's a chili pepper. The plant can get really big if you start them out the correct way. Instead of I grew them inside because I wanted to keep it small for my tent. I just don't have a lot of space, and it fruited already. And then that's when I put it into the larger buckets. But this variety can get pretty big, good size, produce a ton of peppers. Very easy to maintain too. I really didn't do much. I kept that plant outside since early March when it's still really cold. It finally went up into the higher 70s, almost 80 degrees Fahrenheit today. But this past few weeks, it's been cooler, like in the 50s. Excuse me, the pepper. But yeah, great variety to grow. I think I'm gonna collect a bunch of seeds for these, and I'm gonna try to give out some to some people, see if they want to grow it. But it's a fun pepper, tastes great, and I think it looks also really cool. So that's it. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.